Chapman, who later became known as Johnny Appleseed, was born on September 26, 1774, when the apples on the tree were surrounding his home in Leominster, Massachusetts. They were as red as autumn leaves. John's first years were hard. His father left the family to fight in the Wilford War, and his brother and his baby brother both died before his second birthday. By the time John turned 6, his father had remarried and settled in Long Meadow, Massachusetts. Beside the little house were overflowing with 10 more children. Orchard. Like most early American families, the Chapmans picked their apples in fall, store them in the cellar for winter eating, and use them to make sauce, cider vinegar, and apple butter. John loved watching spring blossoms slowly turning into glowing fruit of autumn. Watching the apples grow inspired in John a love of awe of nature. He often escaped from his boisterous household to tranquil woods. The animals sensed his gentleness and trusted him. As soon as Don was old enough to leave home, he set out to explore the vast wilderness to the west. When he reached in the Allegheny Mountains, he cleared a plot of land and he planted a small orchard with the pouch of apple seeds he had carried with him. John walked hundreds of miles through the Pennsylvania forest, living like the Indians. His best friend on the trail. As he traveled, he cleared the land for many more orchards. He was sure to point out those families who would be arriving before long, and he looked forward to supplying them with apple trees. When a storm struck, he found shelter in a hollow log or but a lean-to. On twilight nights, he stretched under the stars. Over the next few years, John continued to visit and care for his new orchards. The winter slowed him down, but he survived happily on a diet of butternuts. One spring, he met a band of men who boasted that they could lift their weights in wildcats. They were amazed to hear that John wouldn't hurt an animal and had no use for a gun. They challenged John to compete the act of wrestling, their favorite flaunted sport. He suggested a more practical contest, a tree-chopping match. The woodsman ugly agreed. When the sawdust settled, there was no question about who had come out on the top. John was pleased that end of the largest orchard had been quickly cleared. He came to exchange the woodsman for the help and began planting. During the next few years, John continued to move westwards. Whenever he ran out of apple seeds, he hiked to the eastern cider press to replenish his supply. Before long, John's plantations were spread across the state of Ohio. Meanwhile, Trail families were arriving in search of home sites and farmland. John had located his orchards on the route he thought they'd be traveling, as he had hoped the settlers were eager to buy his young trees. John went out his way to lend a helping hand to his new neighbors Often he would give his trees away. People after that call him Johnny Appleseed, and he began using that name. He practically enjoyed the entire of children with tales of his wilderness and adventure and stories from the Bible. In 1812, the British incited the Indians to join them in another war against the Americans. The settler fears that Ohio would be invaded from Lake Erie. He couldn't deny that his friends were fighting each other, but when he saw the smoke of burning cabinets, he ran through the night shouting warning on every door. After the war, people urged Johnny to build houses and settle down. He replied that he lived like a king in his wilderness home, and he returned to the forest he loved. During his long absences, the folks enjoyed sharing their recollection of Johnny. They regaled stories, and sometimes they even angered him a bit. Some recalled Johnny sleeping in a treetop hammock and chatting with the birds. Others remembered that when rattlesnake attacked his foot, fortunately, Johnny's feet was as tough as the elephant hide, so the things didn't hurt him. It was said that Johnny had once turned around and wolf and killed him for a pet. As an old hunter thought he seen Johnny fulfill a bear family. The storytellers out there each other with tales about his fears and survival in the unlimited wilderness. As the years passed, Ohio became too crowded for Johnny. He moved to the wilderness of India, where he continued to clear lands for his orchard. When the settlers began arriving, Johnny recognized some of the children who lost to listen to his stories. Now they had children of their own. It made Johnny's old heart glad when they welcomed him below his fun and asked to hear his tales again. When Johnny passed 70, it became difficult for him to keep up westward. Then in March of 1845, while he's trudging through a snowstorm near Forest Road in India, he became ill for the first time in his life. Johnny asked for shelter in the settler cabin, and a few days later, he died there. Johnny's stories continued to move westwards without him. Folks remembered that they seen him in Illinois, or that greeted him in Missouri, Arkansas, or Texas. Others were certain he planted the trees on slopes of the Rocky Mountains or in California's distant valleys. Even today, people still claim if they are seen Johnny Appleseed.